Yo, what's going on, Facebook? Facebook, FIMP, my business Facebook page, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, everywhere that we are streaming. You are now live in the No Judgment Zone with Sean Taylor. And I got my co-host for the day, that fella with the high top fade, Brandon Lampley. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know who he is. The title of our subject is Doing Too Much. Listen, people, listen. Before we dive into this thing, little disclaimer. It's a show about nothing, man. Show pretty much no judgments. We're not judging nobody. Just simply discussing topics with no judgments. You can comment. You can say what you want. You can think what you think. We're not debating. That's not what this is about. We're just simply talking about subjects with no comment. If you don't agree, it's cool. You know, just because we have different perspectives doesn't mean that we are right, you're wrong, or you're wrong and we're wrong and you're right. It doesn't mean that. So anyway, doing too much. So how these titles that come up, sometimes they just pop up. I'll have an epiphany in a conversation with someone. I can like, oh man, that'd be a good subject title for a podcast or whatever. But I was having a conversation with a client and we were just talking about, you know, overcompensating for things and, you know, things of that nature. So, you know, from a woman, you know, I'm listening to a woman say it about us guys doing too much, you know, or being a little bit more braggadocious or constantly talking about ourselves. It's almost like going out on a date. You go on a date with somebody,
right?
You pick up the young lady, you go to dinner, whatever. The young lady can't get a word in because the dude is so busy talking about what he got, what he done, his accomplishments, all these things, or vice versa. You know, you could be on a date with a woman and a dude can't get a word in because she's so busy talking about everything, you know, her accomplishments, whatever. The Johnny Bravo attitude. Enough about me. Let's talk about me. You know, that type of thing. Just constantly showing and proving to everybody in the world about what you got. It's almost like a rapper. At times you gonna go out of style because all your raps is about what you got. You only can rap about how much money you got and how much jewelry you got and your houses in different islands and all. You know, sometimes people do too much. They do too much. So I wanted to segue into that so we can listen to the fella with the high top babe and see what he got to say. What does he think on this subject title?
Well, that right there, what you're talking about, is pretty much why dating is dead and dying a slow death right now. And not only the enough about me, let's talk about me. That woke BS, man. Like the conversation,
the woke
BS that people be spewing, man. It's amazing.
They woke.
Yeah, like this. Like take Deshaun Watson for example. Deshaun Watson is being put through the ringer. Everybody's, you know, they always such a travesty. Oh, it's terrible. They getting on LeBron James because he's like, you know, he's from Cleveland. He's going to Cleveland. He's like, yo, let's go. And everybody's like, oh, this poor taste, and the NFL doesn't care about women and all of that. None of these people are going to stop watching the NFL. The reporters who saying this disgusting are not going to stop cashing NFL checks for covering the NFL. The NFL has showed you, if you think the NFL is against women or they don't like women, I mean, they showed you over and over again who they are. It's about dollars and cents, and it's about the bottom line at the end of the day. So all of that, no, because as soon as he throw 4 touchdowns, oh my God, that's come on, man, that's the woke BS I'm talking about. But back to dating, for example. Dude, listening, women who lead with their accomplishments, and then, you know, the brag, and even the men people who are braggadocious, it's like, dude, no, I don't really care. I don't. Only if a woman cares about your accomplishments as a man and what you do and all of that, especially on the first date or something like that, this might be a mark. I might be able to get something out of this guy. And then as a man, when you hear her talking all of that, you like, man, I wonder what that other girl is doing, because I don't care about none of this stuff, man. I don't care. So yes, people, you get out here on these dates, which dates are becoming rare. So if you do get a date, ladies, be appreciative of the man that's take you on these dates, because the guys you want don't have to take you on dates. Remember that.
Right. But man,
I got energy, man.
I like, hey man, I like where you went with the doing too much, man, because the doing too much, I was trying to get because the picture that I had, it's a Bart Simpson illustration with a dude. I was trying to get it to fit, but it couldn't quite fit in there the way I wanted to. It was just like at the title of it, which I don't know, I can't remember how it is. It say you're doing too much. Here, take a seat. He was in the cartoon illustration. He was like, "You're doing too much. Here, take a seat." So he's telling Bart Simpson, "Hey, you need to." They had a movie theater. "Hey, man, you're doing too much. Why don't you go and take a seat?" So pretty much, when you're doing too much, when people see you doing too much, it's like that's pretty much what got. Hey, okay, man, you need to relax. You're being a little bit too extra. The conversation I was having with one of my clients, she was really funny with it. I got to have her on the podcast. I said, you got to be on the podcast. And she was like, yep, put me on. It was pretty funny because she was. Now, see, this is where the idea came from, to do it too much, man, because I thought it was comical, because she was just like, this dating. She said, this dating pool is garbage. She's saying,
not
like,
lying.
you go on a dates with these guys, man, and some dates are cool, and some dudes is talking so much about what they have accomplished. It's like, okay, this dude but what she's her thought process. It's funny when you get in the mind of a woman, because it's so different from the man. She was like, what? He must be overcompensating for something. And when it got down to the I guess when it got down to the grand scheme of things, it's true. It is so true, because it's like, oh man, I don't even know what. You know what, B? I think I don't know. I don't know if I want to say this. Well, yep. F it. I'm gonna say it. It's like a dude who got so much. That's why it's not good. I tell bros, please don't brag on your penis. Start talking about your penis. Don't send it. Stop doing that, because when it comes down to it, when you can't deliver, because you done overcompensated and you did not. It's just like, or you ain't got nothing going on in that area. You hear women talk about so much stuff where, you know what, he doing the oral part so hot and heavy because he ain't got nothing in the other department. It's just, it's crazy how females think differently from males when it comes to the overcompensating. There's a lot of women who really ain't into all of what you've accomplished. They want to hear about you, but can you give her time to talk, or vice versa? You remember coming to America where they was doing the interviews and they finally got to the girl talking about, I want to write my own songs and I want to produce my own songs, and when I want to make videos of my own and Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall falling asleep. So it's like that, when you doing too much, you being too flashy. There's an old saying, real G's don't flash their cheese. I mean, when you're doing too much, it's like the Dave Chappelle say, guys they do things to get the attention of the females. And then once he got that attention, like the flashy car, you know what I'm saying? The woman now, and here's the thing, and fellas, y'all, when you have conversations, they are admiring the car. They ain't even looking at you. They are admiring the vehicle. But dudes, we would do certain things like that. Because I remember when I was in my 20s, man, I was, I wanted to oppress. I had to get this, I had to get that. And like Dave Chappelle say, once they see, they like, gotcha, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like they do certain alluring things to get the attention, but this is on both sides. Women do alluring things to get men's attention, just like men do alluring things to get women's attention. But sometimes doing these things can be a little bit too much. when you changing your profile, man, like every day, and you a dude. I don't know what to think about all that.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest, Sean.
Some things are overkill.
Yeah.
Some things are overkill. I'll be like, golly. I mean, we as people, I don't understand why do we have. I get it. We all have a sense we want to be liked, admired, desired, loved, relevant.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes we as people can overdo it to where it's oversaturated and it's just way, way too much. What's your take on that, B?
I'm gonna be honest. This is the current state of what you're talking about. Guess who's the main culprit behind why this is the way it is, and it's not men.
What? I have no idea.
Women. This is women. This is women.
Right.
Women created this, Sean. Women created this. Women run the dating market. So women have been very vocal about what they wanted and who they wanted to be with, what type of guys that they want and stuff like that. So guys see that. So what do guys do? What do guys do? Especially young guys, when they see the dudes who getting all the chicks, what do those dudes do? They're like, I'm just gonna stay here and be alone. No, most likely they're gonna imitate the guys who they see are getting the chicks. So that's all dudes are doing is just people older. Guys want to imitate a high value man. Hey, I have this accomplishment. I have that accomplishment. I have this house. I have this car. I have these things. That's because women are like, well, he got to have this if he want to be with me. Hey, you got to have a job if you want to be with me. I don't want no scrub. Broke boys don't deserve it. I mean, should I go on? So this is what they've created.
Wow. Okay.
We have to march to the beat of their drum when it comes to the dating market because I don't care who you are, Mandingo, Conan, don't matter. You ain't walking up to no woman and like, hey, you gonna do exactly what I say. No, on the open dating market, no, you got to acquiesce to what she wants, and then if she wants to follow your lead, then she'll do that. But dude, no, this is on them.
Wow, you know what? I didn't think about it like that. That's a different perspective. But as you talked and as you delivered that, I'm like, man, B may be on to something. You may be on to something, brother. Because that makes logical sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just can't, you're just not gonna walk up to the woman and the panties just gonna drop. I mean, there's got to be some type of conversation. She's got to be. If she's not willing to engage with you in any aspect, you out of there anyway.
Right.
And then, because everything starts from the initial engagement. And then from the initial engagement, then things just kind of filter out from there. But if she's not in tune with the initial engagement, 9 times out of 10, ain't nothing gonna go down anyway.
No, you have the pickup artists and the guys who always talk about building attraction and how you could build attraction over time. But I'm a firm believer that if her interest isn't high to begin with, it's very rare that you can make her interest go any higher than it already is. Is it possible? Yes, of course it's possible. Right. But for the most part, if it isn't already high, it's high chance that it's not going to go any higher than it already is.
I agree. Now, anything is impossible. Anything in this world is possible. But it's, that the chances are, you hear stories where women have turned down that they've been married to this person, and then when they first met them, they shut them down flat. You hear stories about that, and then for some reason the dude keeps being persistent, and I guess her walls come down a little bit, and then she gives him a chance, and then when she gives him a chance and really gets another dude, I'm like, wow, I'm kind of digging this dude, and then it just
that's
goes
dead. That's dead today.
Yeah.
No, there's no more persistence.
You think so,
today.
B? You think so?
That's dead. That's dead. It's dead because the guy who she doesn't want that persists, get HR called on him. He get the police called on him. He gets the, oh, look who this dude doing things around me I don't like. Yeah, that's what you get if you're the man that she does not want. If you man she do wants, then you pursue past the point of her not being interested, then that's a little different, and you may be able to get away with that. But if you're a guy that she's not interested in, and she like, hey, I'm not interested, and she's really not interested, there's nothing you're going to be able to do, man. Your persistence is harassment at that point. So that's why that is dead. Because how do I know if she likes me like that or not? I don't.
Right.
And I'm not guessing. I'm not assuming and making a donkey out of myself. It's not happening. Hey, Lisa say the ones who brag about their penis are horrible. I'm sure.
Oh my God. She did
hey,
not
tell
say
him,
that, did she?
Tell him don't
that?
talk it. Yeah. Tell him don't talk about it. Walk about it.
Talk it like I walk it. Walk it like I
right. What are we talking about? That's like girls. She like this girl. I remember. I worked at a bookstore, Sean. Worked at a bookstore, and this girl, she telling me about her exploits and everything she can do, and how she got the golden with JJ and all of this, and talking about he can't get this nowhere else. Though I can show you video. I was like, baby, I'm not interested in seeing video. If it ain't in person, I don't want to see it. And she just her face was like what am I gonna do with this? Watching this video in this store while I'm at work with you? Come on, man.
So, let's dive in. Let's delve in. Let's dive in a little bit. Now, what's your views? I'm just interested. What is your views? You know how men, you got some men that brag on their penis, and Lisa said, most dudes that brag, it be horrible. I wonder, is that the same when it comes to women?
Ooh, man. Hey,
is that the same? Is that the same when it comes to women?
In my experience, I can't speak for all men. Sean can speak on his experience. I can't speak for all men. We can't speak for all men. But in my experience, hell yes. Yes, and yes. Had a girl tell me, oh, CeeLo wrote the song Closet Freak because of me. And dude, straight starfish. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm thinking I'm getting a Pinky. I'm thinking I'm getting Cherokee. I'm thinking I'm getting one of the 80s and 90s adult film stars going on or something. I'm thinking I'm getting Diamond from Players Club. No, I'm just getting a nail on the cross starfish, just like this.
Mm-hmm. Minus the afro down below.
Right.
I mean, you went back to the 80s and 70s there. So I was like, minus the afro.
Minus this, all this up here, looking like me. Yeah, minus that. But yeah, the ones who brag on it, on both sides seem like be horrible.
It'd be straight trash, man. And I've had conversations with friends that are females, and they looking at me like, no. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all women? Listen. And I said it in the sex podcast that I had. Not all penis is good penis. Not all vagina is good vagina. So the ones that be bragging, I would give it a 70-30 split.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10 that brag. 7 out of 10 that brag be straight horrible. And I'm like, so the friends that I've had, and I've had conversations with in the past about this subject are like baffled that I'm like, hold on, do you think just because she has a vagina, it's just mind-blowing? It's just like Sunshine from Harlem Nights? Are you crazy? You really think that all vagina is like, hey, where your mom at? Put your mom on the phone. Yeah, Susie? I just want to let you know I ain't never coming home. Not all vagina is like that. Not all vagina is like that. I'm here to tell you, based off my brother cannot talk. I say this all the time. I cannot talk on nothing that I have not experienced or went through or lived. That is true. Not all vagina is good vagina. Not all oral sex is good oral sex. Some people need to go through some school or classes or something, or get some type of counseling to teach them some things. But not all vagina is good, and not all oral sex is great. I'm here to tell you,
doing too much.
There are people out here doing too much, bragging on themselves. Listen, it's not all that. It's some people that's kissing. Some people can't even kiss. Their kiss is terrible.
They just awkward in romantic interactions. Period, man.
I'm just saying, not everything out there is all good. People doing too much with the bragging, the flashiness. And I get it. I mean, listen, whatever makes you feel good, I ain't judging you. But sometimes things get kind of overkill. You know, especially with the attention whores out here, man. It's like, man, look here. You're doing too much. You need to take a seat. Yeah. I mean,
Elisa Reese say some of us can back our up. Some can. That's the 3 out of 10.
Yeah, Miss Reed, you may be part of, the 3 out of 10, or you can flip it and say 70. You may be part of the 70%. I mean, but to be a bragger, it's not the most great thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, some people can brag on things and they can back it up. You have your Deion Sanders out in the world and, things of that nature. He going to go out there. He going to get an interception. He going to take it to the house. You got clips. Yeah. And then you got the quiet ones who don't brag. I'm using analogies here. You got the quiet people who don't brag, like the Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders barely even spoke. But when he got on that field, he was going to break some ankles. He was going to shake you out your shoes. He was going to make you look stupid. You was going to be a highlight reel.
Yeah.
But he didn't say nothing. You got people that don't say nothing that will change your life in the bedroom. And then you got those that brag. You be like, Jesus Christ, what in the world? I wasted this 5 minutes on this dude?
Yeah.
So, and or I wasted this time with this woman who made me thinking that I was going to be calling my woman and let her know I ain't never coming home no more. I didn't waste it. So you got the braggers that don't deliver, and you got them quiet ones that will change your whole entire world, that will have you so messed up mentally and physically that you don't know what to do with yourself. You will be searching for a flashlight. Hey, when we going to hook up again? But those are the ones that are quiet. They not bragging on their stuff. So it's a catch-22 with the braggers and the ones that are quiet. The quiet ones, man, will turn you inside out. I'm just letting you know.
Right. Yeah. What up, Dante? Appreciate it. Dante say cool hair. Yeah, man. I gotta get it for sure.
That fella with the high top thing.
And dude, this is the other part of doing too much, Sean, is when women do too much, when they brag on it, they wear certain things, they want to display a certain behavior. They make the stallion Cardi B twerking and dressing scantily clad and things like that. Baby, you can live your life and you can do exactly what you want to do. I really do not care. Only thing I care about is when you come to me complaining about the treatment after you've displayed this type of behavior, because that type of behavior attracts certain type of people. I mean, what are we not getting? What are we not getting about that, Sean? You like to say you're doing too much. What are you not getting about your behavior and the way you act is attracting a certain type of people, not just man, but a certain type of women as well, because they seen birds of a feather flock together. So you attracting certain type of people with that behavior. And then you complain on the back end about your treatment and how you're treated and, these dudes ain't nothing. They just want this. Ma'am. I thought you worked on Orange Blossom Trail in Orlando when I saw you. I'm just saying. That's what I thought. You have on the uniform. So for him to think that that's what you are is not out of the realm of common sense.
Hammer don't hurt him. Hammer don't hurt him. Hammer, bring the hammer down lightly. Bring it down lightly. It was an Orange Blossom Trail in Orlando. Brandon, what you know about that?
Ah.
But listen, man. I mean, all jokes aside, but the jokes gonna keep rolling. You know,
Yeah.
that's the thing for years that has really. I'm like, hold on, mama, you got your butt cheeks out on IG and Twitter and Facebook, and
Double cheeked up.
your boobs is hitting you in your face. I'm like, what type of quality dude that you think that you think that dudes ain't gonna be in your DMs when you got all your cookies and everything. You got everything just hanging out.
Yeah.
You leave nothing
Boo.
to the
Hey,
imagination.
like
I
Dave say,
mean,
boo popping out of the turtleneck.
yeah, I'm like, come on. I mean, what do you see? I don't understand women. You got to understand that men are visual creatures by nature. There are dudes who are visual creatures, but they can keep whatever's bubble up inside, they can keep it intact. And you got some dudes, man, they just can't help it. You be at a gas station, they'll be grabbing you, or you'll be in the club, they'll be grabbing you, they see what they want, they just gotta touch you and, hey girl, let me holler at you. I'm like, what type of that's how dudes are.
Yeah.
Dudes, most majority of guys are gonna be like that. You got some dudes who, they'll see it, and they be like, yeah, God put her together pretty well, but that's it. They ain't finna be after you. They see it, they be like, and you can't deny a good, physical body. You just can't deny that.
Yeah.
You can't act like some people try to act like they don't see it. Okay, whatever. You see it. Great anatomy, you can't deny. But what goes on from that, now you got to work on just trying to keep things intact. That's men and women, because women are really straight up right. Right up in the dude's face, and they think that's fine and good looking and whatever. They pretty aggressive too. But dudes are overly aggressive. That the dudes who act like they ain't never seen a woman with a nice body before. You gotta act like you didn't been there before. But
Yes.
on the flip side, women got to understand, what do you think, what type of quality guy do you think that you're going to attract when you are just letting it all hang out?
Yeah.
What is the purpose of that? There's ways that we can show off our body without showing off our body, if that makes sense.
I see it all the time, Sean. I see
Yeah.
women all the time because I'm always in and out of stores. I see women all the time dressed very nicely, sexy, yet conservative. All the
Right.
time. I see it
Right.
all the time. So it can be done. They just don't want to do it. And then on the flip side of this, Sean, too, as a man, you showing off your wealth, chains, cars, this lifestyle, you flying places, showing all of that off. What do you think you're going to attract the most?
Paper chasers. Paper chasers.
Yeah, you doing too
You
much,
are
dog.
you're going to attract the paper chasers. Um, uh, she's she's not out there. She's not with you based off of your ravishing good looks. She's with you based off what you can do for her, because you just didn't flashed it all out in the open for. That's what you constantly brag about, how much you got in your account and this and that, and whatever, man. That's but people, like, some people are flashy.
Yeah,
Flashiness is going to you're gonna get the wrong attention, not the attention you
yeah,
need. You're gonna get the wrong attention. So,
yeah. You
but
are.
some people like that, man. They've had times in their life when they didn't have anything. Now they feel as if they got something. They just gotta just constantly be flashy with it. But to each his own. I'm never going to do it, whether I become a billionaire or whatever. I'm just not going to do it, because I don't want you in my business like that, for one thing.
Yeah,
I'm too
they,
private. See, I don't want you in my business like that. I want you
yeah.
to think whatever you want to think. Please think. I want you to think I'm broke. I'm driving a hoopty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to think I got nothing.
Yeah,
So that works for Sean. That works for me.
yeah,
Because I'm not pressed to be impressing nobody.
yeah.
I think when you become a grown ass, mature, in your purpose man, your life, and this is something that me and my client talked about. Let your life speak for you. You ain't got to speak for your life when it comes to what you have and what your life will show it.
Yes.
How you move, everything. It's gonna show that you are different. It's gonna show you. It's going how you move is going to make you stick out more than you shoving it down people's throat.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. You're a walking billboard, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather my life show opposed to me being in the doing too much realm of things, because it's like I must be lacking attention or something, that I'm needy of more and more and more and more attention.
Yeah.
And some people are built like that, man. They got the I can't help it.
Yeah.
So Miss Reed says
what they look like to look at is different from what they keep.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good one. She said, "Can we please just pump our gas in peace?" Oh yeah. No, you can't. You can't, Miss Reed. No, that's still
that girl
the pickup
said,
spot.
"Can we please?" That girl said, "Can we just pump our gas?"
That's still the pickup spot for shady dudes. So, hey, dudes gonna always approach you at the gas station.
Are dudes honestly, I don't know. Are dudes honestly still trying to holler at women at the gas pumps? I knew that was a popular thing when I was in my 20s. But are dudes still doing that?
I don't know how often. I haven't seen it with my eyes, but apparently they still do, because women talk about it. So apparently they still do. I don't do that. I'm not doing that. No. Only way a woman can get my attention at the gas station and get me to say something to her is if she's offering to buy me something out of the store or pay for my gas or talking about doing some business or like it's got to be something tangible. It ain't just, man, she fine. I'm about to go holler. No. It has to be something tangible for me to approach her.
That is hilarious. That dude's still kicking it out there like that.
They are.
I mean,
I believe
I remember it going on years ago.
The thirst is real.
Women can't even pump their gas in peace, man. Oh, poor women, boy. Women be catching hell. You know what? If she a female and she dressed, even if she's dressed conservatively, dudes still be like, they still be hounded.
It's Muslim women with the hijabs. All you can see is they fingertips and they eyes, and dudes still be on them, dog. And I'm like,
now if she got a little shapely, that's what get their attention. You
know, oh no, that's definitely what get it.
You can see a woman's curves and shape no matter what she got on.
Yeah, she can have on a garbage bag, and you can still see some of that. Especially if she's really shapely.
If she's shapely, if she curvaceous, yeah, and dudes just be like, "Girl, let me holler at you." It's crazy, man. You know what's the funniest thing to see is every time I go to the gym, man, them dudes, man, they be on them chicks so bad, man. I be like, man, they can't let these girls work out, man. You see, I have my hat. Anybody that knows me or seen me in the gym, and they know that brother ain't lying. My hat's so low, you can't even see my eyes.
Yeah.
When I'm in the gym, I'm all about that business, that work. Dude, I ain't got time to be hollering.
Don't have time.
I'm on a time frame. I got stuff to do. I got to get back to my business, get ready for clients. When I'm in there, man, that hat down low means that brother means business. I ain't trying to holler at you, you know. But, I look up through my provisionals, man, them dudes, he be on them women, boy. I be like, they'll waste their whole workout trying to holler at that chick in the gym. Man, y'all brothers got to do better. Y'all got to do
Dante,
better.
Dante says those are ninjas. You are correct, Dante. Those are ninjas that be rolling up on women at gas stations. Yes, you are correct about that. Yes, those are ninjas.
You look up, you like,
we know what you're talking about. But yes, those are ninjas, Dante, for sure, for certain. Hey, random men aren't rolling up on women. It's random ninjas rolling up on women. Dog. Yes, for certain. Yes.
Boy, I love me some black people, but I can't stand them ninjas.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Hey.
I heard Chris Rock. Chris Rock said that in a skit. Boy, I love me some black people. Can't stand niggas. It is that.
Yes.
And I tell people all the time. I remember having a conversation with white people, some white friends of mine, years ago. It was almost when the Chris Rock special came out, and he said that. And I was telling him, I said, there's a difference. I'm a black man. I
Yeah.
love me some black people, man, but I can't stand them Negroes, man. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I mean, because the dynamics of how they act is different. How they move is different. What they say is just different.
Hey,
You know,
Patrice
just straight
O'Neal.
militant. Just straight
Yeah.
militant.
Patrice O'Neal put it best, man. I heard Patrice O'Neal say this one day, and I was like, man, that make all the sense in the world to me, because I understood it when he said it the first time. He said he was on I don't know if it was Jimmy Kimmel. He was on one of the late night shows, and he's like, see, people don't understand how hard it is to not be black but be black. And I was like, I know exactly what he's talking about, and that's what he's talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, you know, so I remember I was in I think I used to call it what I used to say all the time. I'm on a hiatus. Like when I went dating, the times when I went dating, you know, you talking to a female, and like, hey, you dating? I said, no, I'm on a hiatus. You're on a hiatus. What you mean you're on a hiatus? I'm like, I'm taking some time off from doing it. I'm just doing my thing. I ain't in no commitment. I ain't got no title. I'm on a hiatus. I'm just doing my thing. They would automatically say, now these are conversations that my sister would tell my beautiful black women would tell me, you look like D, no lie. I was in HR at the time, in HR I had to wear a suit and tie and stuff, right? When I was in corporate America.
Yeah.
You look like. Now I don't know what this means. I never understood it. You look like. Now when I would have these conversations with black women, it would turn to 360. Now I would be respectful, not call out a name or whatever, but I would let her know I ain't what you think I am. Just because don't get this tie and these suits misconstrued.
Yeah.
So you look like, black women would tell me back in the day, you look like you date white women. You look like that's all you date. I said, hold the hell up. Then all of a sudden, that person who they thought out, they said I look like, now here come that hood coming right out that suit.
Yeah.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
What is that supposed to mean?
So because I ain't got dreads in my head, gold all in my mouth, my pants hanging off my ass, I look like I speak like I'm articulate and have some education, that makes me look like I date just white women? Listen, let me tell you something. And I'm going to make it perfectly clear. I have no discrimination when it comes to any color, creed, height. Hey, I don't care what color. If we vibe, we just freaking vibe. Gwen raised me that love has no color. I ain't on that. I'm not on that preference, all that BS that y'all own.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's blasphemy. It's oh my God, it's just as an atrocity. It's blasphemy. It's just unworldly to date outside your race. Where the hell did that come in? Where's that written? I don't understand that. I'm sorry that I'm well traveled. That means I done been around the world, countries and stuff that most people haven't been, and I've been able to touch and have conversations with people who don't look like me, who speak different from me in different countries. I've been exposed to different things. That does not mean that I look down on my black woman. I came from a black woman. So I took that as a form of disrespect to my black mother, first and foremost, because I've never been a brother that says I only date white women. I ain't never been that dude. And I never will be that dude.
Never will.
And I don't even think like that. You know what I'm saying? I love my black women. I've been with black women, white women, Hispanic women, Indian women, Arabic women. I'm just being honest. I have no respect to person when it comes to that. If the energy and the vibe is right, God damn it, the energy and the vibe is right.
Yeah.
Now, just because a brother looked like he got his stuff together and he's dressed nice, what the hell do you mean I look like I only date white women? If you don't get out of my face with that bullshit shit, we gonna have some issues right here. We finna end this conversation, but I never, and none of them could break it down to me and tell me why. You just look like, what the hell does that mean?
I can shed some light on that, and this is not to disparage women, but let me get these comments real quick. Dante was laughing at when he was talking about the ninjas. He said, Lisa said, you don't ever shit where you eat. That the gym is for work. That's it. Yeah, it is.
That's right, Lisa.
You say Dante had something about voodoo. Nah, hopefully nobody ain't practice no voodoo on me or never tried it on me. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Probably it probably has happened, but hopefully not. But what you're talking about, Sean, is one of the issues that plagues our community and is why it's currently where it's at. If we're going to be completely transparent about this, if we're going to be non-judgmental and completely transparent,
that's right, brother.
This is what this is about. This is one of the problems of our community. I seen a guy on Twitter yesterday. He posted, he said, my problem is not you having a thing for street dudes or Pookies and Ray Rays and things like that. No, that's not the issue.
Right.
You can like who you like and be with who you want to be with. My problem is that after you get put through the meat grinder and get burned a couple of times, then you talking about where all the good dudes and regular dudes at. No, baby.
Ooh.
No. Go back to who those dudes are, because that's where you want to be at. That's what you're used to. Don't ruin these good men's lives after you done been through it with those men. No. And our community is the only one that I would say procreates with the bottom tier of the men in the community.
Right.
Because I seen thing they were talking about Asian women and how Asian women, they'll even if they have their fun, they're not going to have a baby with those type of guys. That's the problem. The problem is not necessarily you dealing with those type of guys. It's you having babies with those type of guys. Because you already know you most likely going to be a single mom. Right. Most likely. It's rare that he's going to grow up, mature before your eyes, marry you and be a family. It's rare that that's going to happen. Because you're going to get him when he's most likely at his dumbest. And he ain't dude. These young dudes who want that dumb stuff today, they ain't looking to build a thing. Right. But yet they're exciting. And, like you said, they got the dreads and the goals. They got the sweat. They got whatever they want or whatever. And you choosing these guys to build with, and it's not working. And then you looking at the rest of the men in the community like, well, y'all need to protect us. And these guys about, whoa. You told me I was swagless. You told me I like mayonnaise on all my sandwiches. You told me that I would like to party on milk yachts. You told me that you wasn't interested. I wasn't hood enough. I wasn't tough enough. I was too intellectual. I was too whatever. It doesn't matter the reason. Too short. Too whatever. It doesn't matter. Right. For them to say, oh, and what they did was this is what they do too, Sean. When women say that, they're automatically disqualifying themselves because they want to give themselves an out and a reason for why they can't get you. You ever think about that?
That's a good, man.
Yeah. That's the built-in excuse. Like, oh, I can't get him no way because he probably only date white women. She disqualified herself before the conversation even started. Right.
But I never understood. I'm like, you don't even know me like that. I would never. One thing I would never do, but I would sit and still have a conversation with him, and I would tell my sister, I'm like, you know what? I come from a black woman. And I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. And okay, Farrakhan. No, you got to understand where I'm coming from. See, you got to understand mentally where somebody is coming from to truly understand them. If my mother's black, okay, I don't want no one to take this the wrong way. I love my black woman first. So I just want to make that painfully clear.
Yeah.
But just because I love the black woman first, does it mean I'm going to have a blind eye to every other woman out there who is just as dope mentally, who is just as dope, who is a just as dope conversationalist, who is just as dope, just overall, just fun to hang around and be with, despite her color, her ethnic, her creed. I mean, what the hell that got to do with that LOVE thing?
Yeah.
Where is it that where it says that love is a color? If you can tell me that love is a color, well, you know what? I shut the hell up. But if you can't tell me that love ain't no is a, you can't tell me that love is a specific color, then you ain't got no damn leg to stand on. You sound like a damn fool. That's what you sound like. You sound like very, very detached from freaking reality.
Yeah.
To tell me love ain't got shit to do with no color. Love ain't a color. It is not.
No, it's not.
And that's the disconnect. You have no idea what you may be limiting yourself on, what you may be missing out on, because you stuck in a damn closed mental box prison that you feel as if there is no other thing out there. You know?
Yeah.
You know, and people, you know, they clown me. Oh, Sean, you international, blah blah. Yeah, my kids are mixed. Yeah, they got pretty hair, pretty skin, whatever. It is what it is. But don't be hating on me or hating on my kids because they good looking or saying smart shit, side shit out your mouth or whatever. Listen, man, I have never, and I didn't heard brothers. I've seen it with my own eyes, heard brothers put black women down. You will never hear Sean Patrick Taylor put down any damn black woman.
Yeah.
Ever. Period. I came from a black. You know what bothers me about this beat? I don't even know how the hell we got onto this. But what bothers me to be a black man came from a black woman, and you are putting your black women down.
Yeah.
You a sorry ass brother in my book. I don't care what you listen. They just like we go through things with our black women. Hell, they black women and been through stuff with us. Don't act like we didn't. We perfect brothers because we ain't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I done fucked up with every woman or every race I've ever been with, and that's just me just keeping it real.
Yeah.
And that's just me just keeping it. If we gonna be transparent and this is a transparent show, let's talk about it. That's just me owning up to my bullshit. The problem with us, some of us, period, men and women, we don't own our BS.
Yeah. Change
can't even come into fruition until you own your bullshit.
Yep.
So as a black man, that's me. I might as well just shit on my mom if I'm just gonna talk down about black women.
Never understood
that. Means I'm talking down about my own mother. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna degrade the black woman. There's no way degrade the black woman with derogatory statements as if they're bottom feeders or they're the low totem pole last picks. They're the last round of draft picks. Are you freaking kidding me? My mom is black. So when black women would tell me that, I would get highly offended. I said, you offending my mother. You do know that, right? What the hell? I mean, listen, just because you done had some messed up brothers that probably say that in their mouth and that's all you see them with, I ain't built that way. Yeah. If we cool, we vibe, and the energy's right, we can kick it. And if we not, we can't. I don't give a damn about what color you are. I don't even see your damn color. At the end of the day, I don't see your color.
Yeah.
I see the person.
Yeah. You got a group of black men and black women, Sean, who do that. They put each other. Man. They say you got the divestment group of black women who only want to date men of other races, mainly white men. And then you got the brothers who, they either only date white women. They're like, oh, I can't date black women and all of this and stuff like that. And they putting them down, darkies and hair hats and stuff like that and whatnot. And, it's no need to do that. Just move on with your life. If you bitter and salty about something a black man or black woman has done to you, keep it to yourself and move on with life and go enjoy your life. Because it's obvious you have not dealt with whatever trauma that they supposedly put you through or did to you or a perceived slight that you got.
Right.
With especially, and then this is the other thing too. Women will perceive you telling them the truth also as you talking down or talking bad about black women. That's not what we're talking about. You're not going to get out of that, baby. Sorry.
Nope.
I'm going to hold you accountable every single time. Holding you accountable is out of love. It's not being mean. Because if I didn't love you and I didn't care, I wouldn't mention you at all. If we're being honest. Mm-hmm. And then I wouldn't mention things that you can change to improve your life. Wouldn't care.
That part.
But the dudes who constantly pander and tell you what you want to hear, them the ninjas you need to watch out for.
Exactamundo. But I would tell them when I would have these conversations, man. I haven't had one of those conversations in years, but when I would have these conversations with my sisters, I'd be like, listen, don't be trying to put me in no part-time brother role. I'm a full-time brother. Don't be putting me in, I ain't no part-time brother. Them part-time brothers. Them part-time brothers. I'm like, I don't care what I only date white women. Well, brother, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do with your part-time ass. I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me, dude. That's you. That's you. Because if I got a good black woman who treats me right, that's my woman. That's my queen. I'm like, I don't give a damn what color she is. She good to me. She's straight in my book. I ain't no part-time brother. Part-time brothers got that's them. I only date white women. Oh, brother, that's you. Good luck. But I mean, and I ain't got no. That's your thing. That ain't my thing.
Yeah.
So I would tell the women, I'm like, y'all you need to go talk to them part-time brothers. I'm a full-time brother. I don't do that. I don't even move that way. So if you see me with any, I said, if you knew me, you'd be like, that Sean ain't got no respect to person when it comes to none. I don't care. If we cool, we cool. And if we ain't, we ain't. There's no gray area when it comes to what nationality she is. We cool, we vibe. That's it. That's my code.
Yeah. And then we gotta as a people, man, go get therapy and heal. Because you basically we basically thump our chest about growing up in a pseudo war zone and making a badge of honor. I came from the muck. I came from the hood. I came from where the shots rang out every night before I went to sleep. Bro, you need help.
Right.
You need to go get some. You need some medical attention, man. You need some therapy.
Right. Exactly. That part right there, bro. That part right there. Because, and, when you have dated outside your race, man, people sometimes they do have a problem with it. When your views are different. And I would sit down to, if I'm in a serious relationship, and break down how my mother raised me when it comes to the love thing, dating outside your race thing, whatever. And one thing I admire about my mother, whether the woman was Black, Indian, Arabic, Hispanic, Asian, she never in her life treated no person different from the other. That, to me, see, this is a lot of people who are married, fiancés, girlfriend, boyfriends, y'all don't understand nothing about freaking love. Because if you understood anything about love, you would know that love is maturity. And you got a lot of people in these jive ass, now I'm saying it, these jive ass public relationships.
Yeah.
Loving each other. You got men loving women immaturely and women loving men immaturely.
Yeah.
How is that? Based off your attitude, what comes out your mouth, and how you freaking treat them. Love is maturity.
Yeah.
And y'all don't understand that. And that's why y'all shit ain't working out. Your shit is trash. Because y'all don't understand that love is maturity. And see, my mama taught me that love is maturity. Because hey man, I done been on all areas of the spectrum when it comes to that thing. You know what I'm saying? I've been treated wrong and I've treated women wrong. That's just the game. That's just, it happens.
Yeah.
But to be immature about the situation, man, and to crap on my Black women, Nah, bro, you got me really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
but people, they question and they judge you just because you have dated or had a kid outside your race. Man, y'all can eat a dick on that. I mean, hey, if this is explicit, hey, whatever. I don't care. I don't move that and operate that way. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm a lover of people, regardless of what color they is, man, because that's the way I was raised. So, yep, to each his own. Y'all do what y'all want to do, but don't come at me when you don't even know me, dude, and you don't even know how I move. And get to under you. And I tell people all the time, you got to understand a man or woman before you even place any amount of judgment, which you
Yeah.
should be placing, period, anyway.
Yeah, at least know
That's
them.
just
Yes,
my
at
take.
least to say,
Yeah, man.
date who
God
you
dang.
want and love who you love. I don't give a f what others think of my choices, of course. And
Right.
Dante said he liked the slang. Oh yeah, you gotta have a slang, man. You know,
got to, Dante.
talking proper and hey, like Huey on the Boondocks. He say white people say the whole word like this. Nah, you got to shorten it up a little bit. Finna, gonna, didn't do.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
man. You know,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
but
it is
man,
what it is, man.
it is, and that goes back to doing too much. When you talk, especially you talk about love and relationships and stability, which a lot of that is boring to, I would say women mostly. To some guys, it's boring too because they want excitement, but
Right.
it's boring. It's boring. It doesn't have that emotional roller coaster, that excitement, that forever changing, like to see, because a guy that changes his feelings and get emotional and take her through those ups and downs, like her emotions, those are the guys that they cling to. It is what it is. And the guy who provides, he's stable, but man, he just doesn't provide that extra oomph, that excitement, and then they bounce. But when you get mature, they understand that, okay, yeah, this right here, this fun dude is just for a time. It's just for a time. You need stability.
Right.
Yeah, I think Fabulous said it best. One of his lines talking about his, I don't know if they're not married anymore, not together, but he's been through so much with her, with different cases and stuff with his children. But his Emily, the girl he's been dating on and off for years, the mother of his children, and he was talking about her on the song. He said, "I thought my ability to provide you stability was what was really G. Okay, silly me."
Oh,
Found out.
wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he found out.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like,
Wow.
I'm providing all of this for you, but that's not good enough. Okay, well, silly me.
Mm. Ain't that
Yeah,
something, man? You
that's
know,
something.
it's, you know, I ain't gonna put my boy out there like that, because he family. I ain't finna put. I don't need him having no problems at the crib. So, but he
Right.
said something, man. He said something to me, man, and when he said it, it was something basic that I've heard, but for some, it's just the way he said it that I really thought about that. B, I mean, I really thought about that, and this brother is all the way squared away, got everything. I mean, from money, the nice big house, great career, everything. And he said, brother, Sean, you can have everything going and you could be doing nothing, everything right. You ain't never going to be able to please a woman 100%.
Yeah. It's
He say
always going to be
it's
something.
always going to be something that you're lacking, you're not doing, something missing. And I really pondered that the rest of that day. And this happened, it was a couple of years ago that me and him were talking about it. And I was just like, and I pondered it. I mean, that means it stuck in my mind for days. And I was like, God damn. And I was like, I I didn't say he was right, but I was like, God damn, it sounds like he right. Because you
Mm-hmm.
start thinking about your experiences and da da da. When you wasn't the dog, when you wasn't cheating, when you wasn't lying, and when you was doing everything right, when you was crossing your T's and you was dotting your I's and you was bringing the money home and you was buying this and you was taking on the trips and you was doing this and you was being compassionate, you was being empathetic, and you was being sympathetic. And I'm like, God damn. And it still wasn't good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
99%
man,
could be good, Sean.
I don't
99%.
know.
This
There's
could be a
1% you
9.
doing some. You're 1%. You're doing something wrong.
Right. All right. This 99% could be good. The picture could be a perfect picture. 99% of this picture is perfect, but the 1% imperfection on the picture is going to be focused on. That's just what it is. Like take the BET show The Game. You remember that? Yeah. So when Melanie and Derwin finally got back together, I think they had got married or whatever, and he had already had the kid out of wedlock with the other girl. And Melanie, she couldn't just enjoy her husband, enjoy her life. She had to focus on the imperfection in their life, which was his kid out of wedlock. So what she did was got the DNA test. They botched the results, seeing that it wasn't his son. Remember, the mother of the son, went and got the test done again, and it proved that it was his son, and it caused the whole rift. But if she had let that live and left it alone, it wouldn't have been an issue. But she couldn't. Tasha told her that in the episode. She said, "You got this perfect picture, but that one little stain right there, you couldn't leave it alone and just leave it there." I'll never forget that.
I ain't even got no combat for that, man. I mean, as a man, when you've experienced it and you is busting your ass to be the best you can be, man, you just be like, shit, man, ain't nothing I do is good enough.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing I do is good enough, man. I mean, not even nothing. And I get how some men feel, man. I got to be everything to this woman. And a few things I need, she ain't even coming close to it being that for me. Yeah. I got to be 100 things to her, and I just need her to be 3 things, and she's failing in every damn one of them. But I'm still in the trenches in the foxhole dealing with her dud ass. I don't know, man. It's such that shit's so topsy-turvy, man. But we can't have the conversations because we dealing with people who ain't loving us maturely. That's why you can't have the dynamics of the conversation can't go no further because you dealing with somebody who is loving you in an immature way that don't realize that love is maturity. That means you have to sit back, shut the hell up, and listen. Listen to understand, not listen to reply, but listen to understand and comprehend so you can get this dude, so you can understand what the hell I'm going through.
Yeah.
But we can't have these conversations because it's always a dick measuring contest because they've been bamboozled by what society has brainwashed them to believe.
Yeah. See, Dante say, I have some comments, but I'll sound harsh. Hey, follow the community guidelines. We don't want to get in no trouble because you get in trouble for the way people comment. You can get in trouble for your comment. So try to word it in the best way possible without sounding so harsh. You got a little something. And then Elisa says a smart woman is going to focus on everything that her man brings to the table and concentrate on showing him appreciation daily, providing peace. Straight up.
That's straight good, up. Lisa.
Focus on the task at hand. Focus on the task at hand, man. You know? So, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And at the end of the day, man, that's the important factor that we don't want to get away from. You know, Lisa sounds like a lady who gets it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like B we was talking about on the other day, when we had who was it, Eric on? Or she was
yeah. She was commenting. Yeah.
And the thing about it is that, you know, how can a man lead any woman? And I'm not talking about her, but I'm just because I don't want that to get misconstrued. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about in general. How can a man lead any woman who does not allow him to lead? Yeah. Or is combative and confrontational in everything that he's trying to. It is not a competition. We on the same team, man. I'm just trying to help you like you help me. I'm just, damn, can I lead? Can I lead us? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you want to have the dick and the vagina too. I mean, man, how does that work?
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't never met a woman with a penis and a vagina, but how does that work? I mean, what does that look like? What does a woman with a penis and a vagina looks like? Can somebody share me an illustration? I mean, what does that look like? I mean, I just want to know what that looks like because that's what it acts like.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and B, you said something. You said something, man. But my brother said this too. He said, you know, we got to be a little bit understanding, and this is true, which we are. It seems like we got to be a whole lot of understanding, you know, because
Always.
they have been through some stuff with some busters in the past, but then they got to compartmentalize the difference. You got to separate your past from your present and your future.
Yes, you do.
I'm not the person that did those things to you. I'm not the person that belittled you. I'm not the
Mm-hmm.
person that just, you know, just used you up, you know, and, you know, of course, Brand, I love what you said. You got this dude when he was plumb dumb. Now you got somebody in a better place that really appreciates you and your value as a woman. But then again, you can't accept what he's actually offering.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
doing too much, people. The title "Doing Too Much" in this segment of podcast, it's not just about being flashy or seeking attention or being an attention whore or whatever. It's doing too much in all capacities of your life, relationships, work, everything. You're just doing too much. Doing too much can be like, it can be really harming the beautiful thing that you can have and create, because you're doing too much in a negative realm sense of things. You're
Yeah.
doing too much with your mouth. You're doing too much with your attitude. You're doing too much with neglecting her. You're doing too much with not complimenting her or being, you know, calling her beautiful. You're doing too much by not giving her attention and be like, hey, baby, I just want to say I love you today, or I just want to text and check on you today. You know what I'm saying? You're just doing too much by not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, it's a fine line because doing too much today, it depends on the person. It depends on the person and what they define as doing too much. Because some women think for men doing too much is, you know, always being available, you know, being loving and being cared. It's like, oh, he's smothering me. Oh, it's too much. Oh, he's doing too much.
Right.
And that's like the thing with attention. Women want selective attention, of course. They always want selective attention. They want the attention from the guys they want it, and they only want attention from the guys they don't want attention for when they want it, if that makes sense. Because please believe, as a man, no matter what you look like, no matter what your status is, your attention is valuable. Never forget that. Dude, you could be a straight up bum. Your attention is always valuable because women always seek attention. Even if they have no intention of dealing with you, hooking up with you, or whatever, they will cheese in your face to get your attention.
Now
That's
that's true.
yes.
That's very true.
Your attention is currency, gentlemen. You got to know that. You got to know that your attention is currency. Because those women who like, well, these men are always bothering us, and we can't do this, and I can't be in the gym safely because these guys are bothering us. If today, right now, all men decided, you know what, we're not going to deal with women unless it's business related or we're looking to get married. And if you're not doing those two things, you don't deal with them at all. And the attention, you cut the attention spigot off. Do you know it would be chaos in the streets if men didn't pay attention to women on a daily basis, Sean? I truly believe that. They can't go without our attention, Sean. They can't. It's life for them. They have to have it in some form. It doesn't always have to be in person, but dude, 44% of women on dating apps, Sean. Guess what? Just take a wild guess. This study was done. I seen the study come out the other day. Take a wild guess why 44% of women are on dating apps. The reason they're on there, and it ain't for dating.
Attention.
Attention. They have no intention of meeting up with you, hanging out, doing anything with you. Girl said, I go on dating apps to get an ego boost. So what does that tell you, Sean? Our attention is valuable.
Mm. Mm.
Because a woman's going to feel like something's wrong if a man isn't giving her attention or thirsting after her. She's like, well, what's wrong with me? Well, I need to change stuff. That's why they get these BBLs and doing all this stuff. You ain't doing that for women. You're not. Especially you see these 50-year-old women getting work done. You doing that for your homegirls? You doing that for Gertrude and Aretha? Really? Are you? No, you're not.
Oh my God, man. This is bananas. Hey man.
Oh man, it's 2:19. I gotta meet my dad at 2:30. We gotta get up out of here.
Hey, yeah, hey, so final thoughts.
Final thoughts, man. So doing too much, man. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. You got to do. Women are gonna rock with you regardless of the situation. If you are authentically yourself. Don't believe me, even though he has some monicum of success, and but he's not on the level of a Kanye. Look at Pete Davidson. Go look at Pete Davidson's dating history. Pete Davidson is not a handsome man
at all, and no slight of the form handsome.
Yeah. We're gonna say pause after that because we want nobody thinking nothing. But dude, but just the way they talk about him, and dude, they say Pete is fun, he's charismatic, and Pete just bees himself. And look at him racking up. Now he has status and he has some money, but him being himself, it works. You pretending to be somebody else, because one thing about women are the ultimate investigators. They're gonna find out who you really are one way or another.
Right.
It's gonna come out because they're gonna watch it. They're gonna watch you like a hawk. They watch us more than we watch them. I think you would
all day.
Did you say it like I think it was you talking about you be sleep and you wake up and the woman staring at you?
Oh yeah. I done been through that. Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, I done been through that.
They watch us. They watch us like crazy. So the best thing you could do, be yourself and don't lie. You don't have to lie. You ain't got to lie to kick it, Craig. Go ahead and tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Yeah, bro. That part right there. So, my final thought.
She said we better than the FBI. I agree.
Oh yeah, definitely. Y'all need to they just straight law enforcement uniform. So,
yes.
I ain't got that type of time that y'all women have. Y'all do way too much when it comes to that. So I'm like, I got better things to do with my time. You got too much time on your hands. You got to do all that.
Yeah.
That's just my thing. But get back to my final thoughts. Your final thoughts, just live your life. Let your lifestyle speak for you. You don't have to do nothing else extra to add to that. You ain't got to speak on it. Just let your life will tell your story. That's it. Listen, thanks for everybody for tuning in. Comments, we gonna comment to you back. Listen, y'all stay up. B gonna meet with your dad. We'll hit that IG live. I'll catch up with you a little bit later on that IG live, man.
We gonna get it.
Listen, everybody. Hey, thank you guys, man, for always supporting and always commenting. Listen, y'all have a good weekend. Stay up. Remember, love is love. And keep your heads up. But like I always say, I'll start judging people once I'm perfect too. But since I'm in no danger of becoming perfect, you never have to worry about this brother judging you. We catch you guys next time. Peace.
Peace out.